All right, hello, and welcome to the quarantine happy hour. It's another Friday, and we finally made it through what felt like, again, the longest week, or maybe it was a year. I'm not even sure. Who knows what day it is? But we're here, and I got some of my great friends with me. Sarah Cummings, again with Fitch Real Estate, is here.
Hey, Jen.
Hey.
Thanks for having me on again. I love it. You know I do.
Rocco is here with Funk Evolution.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, Rocco. And Joe DiCaprio is here with Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hey, everybody. You guys like my beard?
Joe,
I like your beard.
I stopped shaving last week.
Joe's got a hangover. Just for
Yeah,
everybody knows.
it was at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
I like the hair. Your hair looks good.
Yeah, because it's growing in now. It's good. We're good.
Oh, my gosh.
Did my hair. I like your background. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Watch every your backgrounds are
It's mesmerizing, to be honest with you.
We got Joe. Let me go to just me for a minute. Joe Exotic and special guest Carol Baskin in the house today joining us. And I'm wearing my cheetah print just to just to get in the spirit. All right, so let's do a recap of the week. I actually went and got press-on nails. So that's
Wow. Vanity sleep for no one.
Right, Jen, I feel like we're in school now, and I didn't get these memos. I feel like I'm showing up at homeroom again, unprepared. I didn't know about the press on nails. I'm taking notes next week.
The only thing
Oh my God,
is
he always does it.
I think my wife and everybody else was having trouble getting their AOS or whatever it's called. EOS. What's it called? ANC off.
oh
That
yeah.
was the big dilemma. I don't know if she figured it out. She's downstairs. I don't know if she's watching.
I had so many people on my Facebook feed talking about getting the ANC off, and mine wouldn't pop off either. So I of course went and bought the ANC. So I have a whole drawer of ANC. I tried it myself. Didn't come out really good. So I whatever. But I got in the hot tub and literally sat there and for a long time.
The chemicals probably worked.
They popped right off. I was talking when I was, and I just also popping this one off, popping that one off. And then my boyfriend was like, "Are you nervous? You keep popping your nails off." I'm like, "No, that's why I'm sitting here so long."
See, but here's the thing. You guys are lucky because you can just throw a hat on and look fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My 5 o'clock shadow's coming in and it's getting serious. So.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to look like Joey soon, Jen.
Yeah, I know. Don't mind the soup strainer. Getting a little thick there. The cookie duster.
You're the most well-maintained person on this whole quarantine. I don't know what you're talking about. Literally.
Magnetic eyelashes.
What?
That used to be a video show all in itself, how you maintain yourself during the quarantine.
How to do a total makeover at Target. That's what I'm going to do. All right. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to talk about their business and what's going on. Joe, I'm going to start with you.
Sure.
So I'm going to bring you in here.
All right. Yeah, I'll talk about what's going on.
Hold on here.
Bye, Joe. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Hey, Joe, you just got kicked off.
No, I don't know what's happening.
Jen's
Everybody's frozen here.
And she's looking like Carol Baskin at the moment.
Wait.
Oh, I'm in the show now.
There.
All right, we're
back.
So the
You guys see how fast I'm talking?
Jen just fed Joe to the lion or tiger.
She said Joe the tired.
All right, we're good.
So
all right, here we go.
You're on.
I just see Joe.
Hey.
All right, so
Tell us what's going on.
all right, better than I
world.
expected. The insurance world is, we know that a lot of the companies are giving money back to their clients. It varies per company. Liberty Mutual is giving back 15% of, I believe, March and April premiums right back to your checking account or mailing a check. Every company's doing different amounts, but it's just, the point is, the companies are trying to help you. I think it's a great thing. I offer other companies through my Helmsman agency. They're doing different amounts. Progressive's doing different amounts. So anyone could reach out to me about that. But business wise, last week was, I'll admit, it was our slowest week in years. But this week has been increasingly busy. So I think what people need to do is just really go day to day. Like last week, I wasn't thinking day to day. And if I did, I probably would have done better, but I had a tough week. But this week's been a lot better, and we're helping a lot of people. I'm happy the companies are giving back. And what's that, like my cutoff? What was that bell?
That was.
Oh my gosh, is that supermarket sweep or something? I thought I was getting the hook.
When the hook comes out.
The hook, yeah. So companies are giving back. I know people got a lot going on, but it literally for this is the best time to look at your insurance. You know, everyone's going to be struggling. I think it's going to last a couple months on the getting back to normal. How's it not going to be a while to get back to normal? There's one thing, like you could call your cable company, you can call, you know, the garbage wars they're having now with Twin Bridges and this, that, and you could call for insurance. And I want my own clients to call me. Let's look at everything. I want to help people. I'm here all day in this little blue room, 10 hours a day, ready to help people. But I'm more concerned about my real estate agent friends, my mortgage friends, the people that support my business. I hope it comes back soon. I want to help in any way I can. I want to learn what people are doing to get through this time. And I also did a lot of research on the small business loans and real estate agents, if you're listening, and other business owners I'm friends with, that money's there for you. A lot of it's forgiven if you read it. I got a lot of info that I could share with you if you want to give me a call or text. I've talked to a lot of people that are helping people with these loans, such as Sean Moody with Moody Blues Consulting. And there's money out there. Like we all got to get through this together. And today, this was a better week. I hope everyone else has had a better week too. So
Awesome.
How's that? All right.
That was great.
All right.
How do you?
I touched my face.
Oh,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You're still in the blue room. It's no big deal.
yeah, you're fine. But so are people reaching out to you about, like, are there COVID riders with insurance? How does that work?
No, so I'm still trying to figure that out too. So I've had many real estate agents and people call me for loss of rents on their rentals. I've been promoting the Airbnb a lot lately too. There's nothing right now. I just listened to President Trump speaking, and he really wants companies to be there for people. So I'm not promising anything, but something may come out with some of that.
Yeah.
But, every day the situation changes and it's fluid. And I just know all the companies are doing everything they can. They really are trying to put people before profits. Like there's no other choice. Like this is the way of the world now. So not really. I'm just happy we're giving back some money. And the money's out there on that small business loan. Again, I don't think enough people are taking advantage of it locally. About half of my business owner friends have taken advantage of it and half haven't. So if you want to learn more, I've done a lot of research because I care about everyone. I want to know what I can know and spread the knowledge. So if you want to learn more about it, but there's money out there for that. The loss of rents, I believe there's money for loss of rents out there, which would help, fill the gap. It's all on the Treasury website. I have the links if anybody wants them, and it's out there.
Put your info in the comments. Can you see that to the right where there's like people can see the Facebook comments?
Hold on. Chat. Sure.
Yeah, put your info in there. So if anybody wants to reach out to you, they can.
All right.
Joe, you have a great point there. I mean, with the loans and the money that is available to business owners. So, my family owns is above and beyond the brokers that we own. We have restaurants in Saratoga Springs. We have the development companies. We have quite a bit. But I will add to that there's quite a bit that will be forgiven in these loans. And I've read quite a bit, just like you're saying as well. And as the business owners are seeing, if there was ever a time to refinance or pay off a mortgage or whatever the case is, this is the time, because those loans, even if you can't get it fully forgiven based on the municipal writing of the loan, those loans are very low interest rate. So you're better off to take one of those loans, and they're not doing the constraint, like the way that loans were before, especially business loans. They were, and I'm not a mortgage broker, I'm a commercial real estate broker, but the way that mortgage loans were before, business loans, whatever the case is, especially just asset based, meaning you don't own the real estate, you just own the business. Those loans were almost like not unachievable, but I mean, you jump through every hoop of fire to get those loans. It's not the same anymore. So you're talking about a very low interest rate loan, and you're talking about that with, even if you had to pay that loan back, it's a better option for you. Say you're paying your business loan right now at a 4% interest rate on a business loan, you're talking close to, 2 or low or below for this loan. So why wouldn't you take this loan on a business sense, even if it wasn't 100% forgiven based on your situation, pay off the other loan, and then you can, you can do better for your business now based on what the government is structuring. If you really read it and if you really do well by it. And then
everyone's got to read that. Just go to that COVID-19 thing. I'm looking out for everyone. If I know right, so I didn't know you did commercial real estate. That's awesome. If I read it right, I think commercial loans, the government's forgiving interest, like they'll pay the interest portion of the loan right now. Did you read that in there?
Yeah,
I know it's like utilities, mortgage interest is in there, and I think I don't understand commercial.
But part of it is like based on how your business operates. Some of them are based on actual payroll and how that operates. And then, like you said, you mentioned Trump before, which is a great point. Like, I'm not a very political person. Like, I'm just not. I don't get super involved in politics. I'm very American. I don't know if that makes sense or if that's offensive to anybody, but that's just what's going on here. But I will say that Trump, every president has an agenda. Bush, the oil prices went up. This guy, Obama, healthcare, great, wonderful. Everybody's got an agenda, no matter what they're doing. Just like you and me, everybody's got an agenda. Everybody's going to push what they need to push. Trump, thank you, Jesus, is a real estate guy. Whoop, great, wonderful. So he's going to probably be aligned with, a lot of the people on, except, the musician, obviously, hi, Rocco. But either way, he's a very, as far as like, putting in place like forgiveness for the, or insurance and all of that kind of stuff, as far as like the landlord and the investors and stuff like that. Like, Trump made his mark with investment real estate. So he is a real estate guy, but that's his agenda. So I'm almost positive that coming out of the coronavirus epidemic, he is going to be someone who's going to be pushing, statutes and protection for investors should this situation come up again. And, who knows, maybe it will. Maybe it'll be the yearly thing. They'll find the vaccination and we'll just keep going through it. But I'm sure there'll be some sort of, government protection in place for the aligned with real estate, because he's a real estate guy. So, our president right now is aligned with a lot of what I do. So that's great for me right now, but who knows what the next guy's going to do. But either way, I think he'll put some stuff in place for us.
Yeah, I agree. But I also feel like for most of us who are independent contractors and entrepreneurs, we're self-made for a reason. There's a lot of things that we aren't protected by, and we will be the first that they go after because they know they get us in the end. So I have a lot of reserves about what's going on and the aid and things available. And I do feel that I need to figure out my business and how this shift is going to impact. So this week, I spent a lot of time really fine-tuning the virtual aspect of my job. It's very different. And people still want to buy and sell. So I do more residential. I do commercial too, but I also do mainly residential. And the people who need to get into housing are still looking every day. And when something comes up, it's like a feeding frenzy. And we are legally bound to what we can do. So we're stuck in the house. We have to make it virtual. We have to do whatever we can and stay in front of people as much as possible. So it's been a really interesting week because people are getting stir crazy, and they were patient at first and they're not so patient anymore. And I also wonder what will happen. So when we all go back to work, that's great, but what's in my pipeline and how will I survive when those funds stop is something that I've been taking into consideration and I'm worried about. I'm not worried about right now. I'm worried about August, September, and October, because that's my pipeline that I'm usually working on at this point. So
if you think about it, Jen, like to your point, So they're talking about it. What is it? A 2.2 or 2.1 trillion dollar release federally. So if you're thinking about that, Jen, I mean, obviously, you know, I follow you. I respect you very much as another female big broker. You know, I watch Olmsted. I mean, I can just I see what you do in this MLS alone because that's how I can look at your volume. So based on the numbers and based on my math, I'm pretty sure I know what you paid the government in taxes.
Right.
So with that being said, I mean, with just numbers wise, just with that being said, they're saying, hey, Jennifer, hey, Olmsted Real Estate, apply for this $10,000 tax. Really? You know, like you know what you paid the government. So they're like, you know, getting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I still applied for it and I'm going for it.
100%. And so did Fitch Real Estate, and so did I. But what I'm saying is, with that being said, they're saying, of course they want to help you. Of course they want to give you that because they want Olmsted Real Estate Group or Olmsted, you know, they want you guys to go back and they want you when it's all done, they want you to go back and they want your tax dollars to go back to what it was. So you're I mean, think of the amount of taxes that you're giving in. It doesn't equal what they're giving you, but it is something and it feels good, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's great. But you're absolutely right. Like you have to worry about what this is going to look like in the end.
Well,
so our tax bracket for what we make every year, does that kill us? You know what I mean? Does that go? Does that?
And the number of unknowns. So we're watching our association is sending out a bunch of emails to Department of Labor, and we're watching all these questions being asked that are unknowns in our industry, and it's scary. So they're telling you apply for this, apply for that, and then they don't have the answers. So we don't know what it's going to cover or how it's going to impact us down the road. And that makes it really scary. So I have a lot of reserves. I'm doing everything that I can to self-sustain. I've always been told to have at least 6 months of reserves. And I've always planned for that. So that's kind of where I'm at. Rocco has to leave. So I'm going to focus on him because I'm really curious to see what's going on in the entertainment industry. These guys are one of my favorite bands, and they've been huge supporters of my business. So, Rocco, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on and, you know, how this is impacting your business?
Sure. So Jen gets a birthday every 4 years, and I think we've been at 3 of them so far. But I run Funk Evolution Entertainment. We are an entertainment group, so we have DJ services and another band called the OMG Band currently. But what we're working on right now, and we're going to be talking to our bank, obviously, about a lot of the things, the PPP loans and such like that. But essentially what we're working on now is trying to mitigate losses in terms of our bridal revenue, which is kind of our, we are. Are you still there, Jen? I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
It went weird. Yeah.
So a lot of what we're trying to do is trying to mitigate the losses in terms of that bridal revenue and corporate, because we are looking forward to our busiest May ever. And unfortunately, right now, obviously, we can't perform in May. So a lot of these brides and grooms, as well as corporates, are moving to different dates. A lot of them in 2021. Which would obviously be backfilled with other events next year. So, unfortunately, it's become a real financial hardship for a lot of the people on my team, but we're getting through it. Everybody's healthy. Obviously, that's what matters. And then the other aspect of what I've always done for the last decade is in real estate investing. And Jen, I'm kind of curious. Like, it seems like marketing-wise right now is the time for people to buy. I mean, you can't show homes, so obviously people that are buying are going to be in a position to really negotiate as best as possible. And the interest rate seems so low right now. It really seems like the perfect opportunity to buy and invest in real estate when you can't even really trust the stock market at this point or anything else. It seems like real estate could be a booming industry at the moment, really.
There's no inventory. So I'm going to go and tell you it's still a seller's market right now. I have a client who was outbid. He went 10 grand over asking. There were 5 offers on a 2-family and he got outbid. So what? No.
That wasn't too long ago, Jen.
I know. So the thing is that people who are wanting to buy are still eager to get out there and get into things. So they're refreshing their Zillow, their realtor, they're waiting for that next email to show what's out there, and they're ready to go. And if it means sight unseen and they're getting the house, that's great. People who have been looking to negotiate and the house has been on the market for a while, this is a good time to maybe get that house for less. So people that were hanging on tight to that spring market, are starting to now realize maybe we were a little overpriced, and they're a little bit more negotiable on that. But the new inventory seems to be going very, very fast. So it's still a really weird market. I mean, I was talking to an agent yesterday, not with my company. My client was interested in her house. She had 47 calls on her house, 47 in one day. And people were showing up without sight unseen, without asking. They were just coming in, and the seller was contacting her saying, there are people walking around my house. She's very pregnant. I'm inside, and she's like, and I don't know what to do. So, which is crazy to me with everything that's going on right now to even risk something like that. We have been given strict instructions that we cannot do any one-on-ones or any sort of personal showings, but people are just, so what's going on is the buyer's hopping in the car, driving to the house because they don't have agent representation and doing kind of what they want, which makes it a little bit interesting for our market and liability and things like that. So, I mean, it's definitely for real estate. It's busy right now for the people who are serious. There's just not a lot of inventory. That's our problem. If we had our regular, look at this. Anyways, if we had a market right now, there'd be a ton more buyers and a ton more sellers.
So, hey, I talked to one of my, I do a lot with real estate agents. It's my main niche. So just my take, because I've talked to like 20 in the last 2 weeks of my friends just checking in. So for one example, someone listed a 2-family in Troy on Monday, 3 offers already, as you call it, sight unseen, right? You just see the pictures and maybe Facebook videos.
Yeah.
It's just, there's still a lot of demand. It's just getting around the, it's just
navigating through it. And the people, so there are a bunch of agents right now who are sitting back saying, I'm not going to do anything.
Yes. It's crazy.
I get it, but there's still, if you can sort through and filter your business and say, okay, these are my buyers who are willing to go sight unseen, or you can educate your clients. Listen, we're going to make an offer sight unseen, but it's going to be contingent on your visual inspection at some point, so that we reserve that right for you to walk through it and know that everything's okay.
Oh, they can still do a final walkthrough 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we cannot be a part of it, but the seller and the buyer can coordinate a showing. So with everybody's permission, the seller and the buyer can coordinate a walkthrough, and we can go. So I can go to a house without nobody's there, and I can FaceTime somebody and I can show them the house. So I can go through and do all that first, which anybody who's ever bought a house from me in the past, that's what we did. I went through, if it was somebody who was relocating, I went through the house and I said, listen, guys, I really don't like the way that looks, or this is something that, is minor, but we're going to want to probably address that, or this bedroom looks smaller than it did in the photos, or whatever the case may be. So a lot of times people want the agent to go through because they want your opinion. That's what they're hiring us for. They want to know what's our opinion on price and price per square foot and things that we see that might be potential issues and resale down the road. I mean, that's really our expertise and what they need us for. There's a lot of things they don't need us for, but if we're only being seen as a resource to unlock the door, I mean, that's trouble for our industry. So
that's a big conversation all over the internet.
100%, Joe. 100%. That's a big conversation.
But it's a conversation to have proactively, because Joe and I both did not realize this. And I've seen other agents go through houses and they're showing up to the houses for the final walkthrough themselves with gloves on and sanitary wipes and such. But I don't know that buyers know that they're able to do a walkthrough before they purchase.
No, I totally agree. And also what we can do too is what I'm doing with all of my listings now is this Matterport, it's called. I don't know if you guys know about the Matterport, but we use, a guy who does all the Matterport, and he does a 3D virtual tour. It almost looks like a video game. Like you're walking through it. You can go through every room. You've seen it? Okay.
Yeah.
it's a great tool. It's not cheap for the agent though. Like as far as like we're investing, like great agents invest in their listings. You know, Jen knows, I know, everybody knows that if you're going to do the job right, you're investing and you have a marketing budget, you have this budget, you have that budget. And like she said, if we're just seen as door openers, like, well, shit, then just go to Zillow. You know, I don't know. Like,
Right.
we can't be seen that way because we bring so much more to the table. Like, I have 18 years experience. That's what I'm bringing to the table. That's what people are paying for. And they're paying for my negotiating skills, what I can see. And I mean, I was in a home recently where someone didn't even realize, it's not a big deal, but someone didn't realize it was a prefabricated home. I know that because I know the breaks in the basement, in the way that the basement's put together, to know that the way that the foundation is poured, it was a prefabricated home. It doesn't make a difference now because on the resale value, it's still a single family home. Everything's great, wonderful. But those are the things that they're paying me to know in my experience and everything else. So there's certain things that, you know, in negotiating tactics, I've been through thousands of sales. You've been through 2 because this is your second home or whatever the case is. It's like, that's what we're still being paid for. So I think that if we're dumbing down the market by just opening doors or saying, I'll show it to you on my FaceTime and that's that, and I won't give you any more information, that's, I don't want to say the cheap way out, but both Jen and I lived through 2008, and that was a very tough market and a very tough time in this country to be a real estate broker. So I think that, you know, all of that experience we can still lend to today. And then we went through, you know, 12, 13, 14 when, you know, we were sliding downhill kind of, and it felt good, but that's not what today is. Today is for not the faint of heart. And we are still working very hard, and we're working hard for our clients, and they need to know that. And I think you're right, Rocco, as far as like buyers need to know that. And Joe, that, you know, a lot of those conversations that we're not having need to be had with all of our clients and potential buyers, as far as like what the reality is, what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do, and what our positions are as far as helping them.
Well, I think it's hard too, because it's very unclear. So a lot of agents are making up their own rules. And so if you have but you also, if you have a consumer who reaches out to you, so a Zillow lead comes in, let's just say, and they reach out to me. Now they talked to another agent who isn't doing legally what they should be doing. And now they've reached out to you and they say, well, why can't you show me the house? Well, Governor Cuomo says we can't. So figuring out, you know, everybody needs to get on the same page. And that's something that as an industry, I'm trying to do. I've been hosting masterminds for agents, you know, every week now. And you'd be surprised. What do we have? 4,000 agents. And the max I have is 25 to 30 people who are tuning in and sharing what they know. And, you know, there's a lot to be learned there, and people who aren't taking advantage and sitting alone and making up their own rules.
Well, this time produces an opportunity for everybody. And in my industry, you see that there are musicians that are sitting around and I shouldn't say sitting around in a derogatory way, but there's certainly people that are kind of relaxing.
Right.
The other people that are out there hustling.
Right.
And the people that are hustling are going to get the work 6 months from now.
Right.
They're going to be at the front line of everything. And I've got my musicians out here doing solo events on Facebook and socializing and building this community of people that are going to come and see us when, say, June comes around or July comes around and this is all over. And it's going to be the same for the real estate industry and every other industry, that the people that are out there in the forefront doing the work and kind of hitting the road at this point in time are going to be the ones that everybody's going to be calling when rates are still low and people are still ready to negotiate because their house has been on the market for a while. Nobody can show it other than virtually. And all of a sudden you've got all these buyers and all these sellers and the market opens up, and, you know, the people that were out there doing their work right now are the ones that are going to make all the money. And that's kind of how the business works in these times, I think.
Yeah. I mean, in all due respect, like if you just look at the statistics and like our MLS, like there's our MLS and there's all these other MLSs, but in general, I mean, even across nationally, I think there's only like 23% of agents are what they call top producers.
Right.
I mean, there's also agents that are doing real estate between Dr. Phil and Oprah. Their husband's a doctor. And in all due respect, like not to be offensive to anybody, but like that's what's happened. Like people are just, you know, taking a back seat or saying, I don't want to practice, or I don't want to do this. This isn't my full-time gig, which is fine, but that's not that's not what we're doing. We're trying to keep a pulse on what's going on. And some of my agents in my own brokerage and, in all due respect to them, they're waiting till the market comes back and it's safe to go out and everything else. And that's everyone's personal decision at this time. But that's just, there's true and true hustlers, I guess, like you said. And then there's,
Oh, we just lost Rocco.
Oh, we did. Okay.
But yeah, absolutely. And we're all doing the best that we can,
Yes.
So it's definitely a learning curve. And I think that we're all getting a little stir crazy. I don't know how you guys are, both of you guys have kids and so do I, and we're doing the homeschool and we're doing everything that we can to kind of manage work at home and the kids and the homeschool and everything else. And it's pretty chaotic. So
Yeah, I could talk about that a little bit. Yeah, I'm all about the safety factor. I got some health issues in my family, and I personally don't want to get this. My wife's cousin got very sick. He got packed in ice. His fever was so high. We know what. Got rest in peace to Mr. Evans and all the other stuff. Let's just keep it positive. But This is a time to be safe, beyond safe. Just stay home. Totally get it. But yeah, with the kids here, it's tough. But every day I am running my business exactly the same. I knew, like, from day one, as soon as Liberty went work from home, voluntary Friday the 13th or whatever it was, after, I can't believe it's been a month too. It feels like a year. It was literally the Friday after Breakfast of Champions. I've been home since. So I left 6 times in 30 days.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. But every day I run the same business. I am not going to change. I am not going to mope. I just don't get it. I am just going to keep moving on. It's the right thing to do. And we all you got to do it. And for a real estate agent, I know it's tougher because you have a very specific market. I could switch and pivot. Yes, most of my business is based around the home closing. I became an expert on that. But I could pivot to other things, but I just have a daily game plan every day, and you just can't let it bother you. You gotta focus. You gotta focus on your family, definitely, and your business, and that's about it right now. And just stay home. Yeah, just my opinion.
Brian Campo just brought up a really good point that if you were pre-approved, I'm going to pull that up again. If you're pre-approved, Fannie Mae changed their guidelines and there's been some changes. So if you were pre-approved yesterday, it might not be the case today. They made their credit limit higher. So I think you have to have, what was it, a 660 or something like that now. So, these are definitely this is some trying times. So making sure that everybody just reach out to their lenders and make sure that they are still good to go. That's going to be super important. And it's not bad to reach out to your clients. Anyways, this whole time, I think I've been more connected now where I can't see everybody than I have been where I'm out and social and all of that in a really long time. I mean, like Sarah and I think we've become like best friends here.
Best friends, no.
We are definitely best friends, and I can't wait.
The only thing I'm mad about is that I don't get to come over and play like all the card games and the dice games with you and Jay. So like that's like, I'm like, okay, like why couldn't we do this before?
But like, the thing is that this is a great time that we haven't been able to connect like this, and I really hope that it does stay this way because I love it. I love seeing people. Joe is a huge part of Women's Council of Realtors, and last year when I was president, I got to see him all the time, and this guy hustles. Like
I still do, even locked in this little blue. I've been in this little blue room for like a month.
If there's one thing, and Joe knows everybody.
Paint it green, Joe. Paint it green. That's money.
Oh yeah, that is good. Don't paint it red though. Didn't they say something about red makes it so you're angry?
Yeah, remember like in the 90s they were like paint an axle wall behind.
Yellow makes you hungry.
What?
Hungry?
Yellow makes you hungry.
Oh, I thought he said horny. Yeah. Oh, Rocco's back.
I'm back.
You're back.
All right.
I have to show you guys a hilarious video. So,
am I allowed to say shit on your quarantine happy hour?
I think it's on Facebook, so probably a couple thousand people.
Probably appropriate. They'll kick us all off.
Yeah. So last week,
I told you that.
I can't see these comments. They're like popping up.
I'll read it. It says, Got to keep hustling to stay at the forefront of any and all businesses, with or without those dang kids in tow. But in the same sentence, we haven't gone outside of the house in a month other than my twice-a-month grocery stop. It's true.
I got a shipment of Omaha steaks today. I'm set for a while.
Oh my God.
I got caskers.com. We got good bourbon.
What was this truck that
I won't
went
even go to the liquor store. I don't want to go anywhere. I really don't. I don't.
Order it. They drop it off at your front door, Joe.
I was gonna say I heard Empire Wine. So one of our clients, one of my like friends and clients, Lisa Nolan, if you're watching, and she also works for the city of Saratoga. So hopefully I didn't just blast her. But
Where'd Jen go?
What?
Where's Jen?
I don't know.
She had the Tiger King on her shoulder, and now I help her.
Fed Jay to the Tigers. No, I'm kidding.
Here I am.
Jen.
Oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. What?
I love that we can
Background's so hilarious.
I love when you fast forward your drinking. That's hilarious.
Is that White Claw with a straw?
Yes. Oh my God, the White Claw. I love it. I don't even know what I was just saying. That's awesome. Who cares?
Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie, or either not that important.
I'm going to tell you guys something. I was glitching, and when you see my face in slow motion, one eye blinks at a different time than the other, and it's all I could see. And I was like, this is messed up. So I removed myself, and then I put myself back in. But let me show you guys something. I really hope that it doesn't glitch. This is my favorite. Rocco, this is for you.
Yeah, please don't glitch. Not right now.
Hold on. Let me try to get this to work. Let me see here.
This was last Friday night.
This was. Hold on. Let me see if it's. I'm not sure if it's this one. Hold on here. Give me a second.
Careful what you're sharing on your screen, Jen.
Oh my God.
Don't see my nudes. Just kidding.
You're like, JK.
Just kidding. Hold on. I don't think. Can you guys see that? I don't think I want you.
Facebook.
Oh, hold on. That's not it. 1 second.
Hey, Alicia, she bought my house.
Yep. She's on there. Okay.
On.
Let me see. Where did it go? Oh, I know what I have to do. That was the right one. It was just it wasn't
This is worth waiting for, Joey.
Oh, it's so worth it. Hold on. I gotta get to the video. Is there a way just to see the videos that you posted?
This is your show, Jen.
Oh. Dang it.
I don't know.
Reenact it.
You're like, this is
Reenact the video.
No, you can't reenact this. This is pure.
No, impossible. I don't have enough wine left.
Oh my God.
Call Empire. We should hashtag Empire.
Hashtag Empire. We can do that. Actually,
Empire.
we had,
Hashtag.
I'll tell you what. Hold on here. I'm adding this to the stream. Can you guys?
Honestly, Empire should be like dropping stuff off for our show at all of our houses.
Ready? You guys ready? Hold on.
do we get a discount if we hashtag them?
I hope
10%?
so.
Yeah.
First of all, Jen needs to hashtag them for this show now that we're mentioning them so many times. And she has so many viewers on this show.
How do I open this so it's bigger?
There's a lot of viewers right now.
Double click somewhere. Double click a whole bunch of times somewhere.
Yeah. Hold on.
That's my answer.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, what is this?
Where's your boys? They'll know.
Fatal error.
Oh, can you hear it? This is what Rocco sent me.
What the fuck?
Oh my God, I love that. Grease is
We were watching like the Time Life Classics of Music or something concert online. But I was singing along, Jen. Where's my voice?
Right here. Wait, let me go to the next one. How about this one? This is a good one.
Everybody wants me to be what they want me to be.
That's Lionel Richie.
Yes, it is. I see
I'm
it.
not happy when they try to take it. Ooh, try me to say. Everybody wants me to be what they want me to be.
Come on, that's hilarious.
He's a party night to my house.
Try to fake it.
Oh my God, it's like a windstorm outside my house.
I can't hear you.
Wow, man.
Everybody wants me to be what they
Wow.
want me to
That's
be.
title number
What's that,
two.
Apothic
Now
Red?
I can't get your son.
Apothic Red.
I'm happy
That was number 2. I
Should
finished
be
the
like,
first one
should be
before
like
you
a
came on.
spokesman or something.
Hold on. I can't get.
This is why Jen gets these videos at like 9 at night.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. And I have to do. This is a good one. Can you guys see this?
Everybody wants
No,
The same damn video, Jen.
this one.
Oh, she's gonna kill me. You said you didn't done that to Jen, right? I said no.
That's.
Oh my God.
I love Amy. She's so good too.
She's a good time.
Hey. Are you on? I don't
Okay.
know what that video is.
So that
Nobody else does either.
now I can't get it to stop. Well,
Oh my God.
What was that?
so, yes, I'm back. Hi.
Carol Baskin.
Carol, oh. I have to think about how I do it because it's on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're right in the middle, though. You're good.
yeah, but
Where's
the
that?
tiger. Can you guys see the tiger?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
didn't know there was a tiger. Look at that. Jen's a leopard.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
I thought this was my. So for Halloween we were Peg and Al Bundy. So this is my Peggy shirt. So I pulled it out.
Oh
for
my
this
God. Can you put that on Facebook tomorrow, like a picture? Because I just want to see it. Like I have. Don't just send it to me. Like everyone needs to see that. Like you, like honestly, I could see you like being that. That would be amazing.
I only have one picture. And it's not very good because it's towards the end of the night. Oops, hold on.
Oh,
Hold
you
on.
took pictures?
We took one. We were
Go to the cruise ship again.
oh my God.
Let's get seasick.
Okay, so that was Rocco's Saturday night.
Mm.
I'm gonna show my.
More.
There was a couple more. There was a good one, but my
No. Yours. I want to see
my
this.
thing is glitchy. All right, so here's mine, which some people have already seen a gazillion times, but this was my video. Hold on here. Let me see. All right. It's not doing anything. 1 second. Ooh, what's it doing? Can you see anything? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yes.
Hold on. Here we go. This was my classic fall. Heard around the world.
Oh, this was good. This was good.
This was a good one. This was my Friday night. Ready? Here we go. Jay called this one too.
It's because he knows you. This is what happens.
I was so jazzed that I won. Here we go. I really didn't expect to fall, and just so everybody knows, that really hurt. I had to take 4 Tylenol for the next 3 days and elevate my legs.
I want to.
I can't
Here we
see
go.
that.
Look, watch. Here we go. Oh,
We talked about business.
I mean, who does this on a Friday night?
Is that the craps table?
that's a craps table. Made out of ping pong.
It's COVID crap.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God, I
that
love
was
that.
that was fun. That was my week.
Oh my god.
Sarah and Joe, are you guys able to share your videos? I have it on my
Oh.
phone.
I can't.
No, I just did a quick what I've been working on.
Fine. You don't need to see it. It's my son like calling his teacher like a butthole or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna put
The
the
shoe
show up.
fits. I mean, come on.
like Mrs. Reinhardt, like the nicest lady he's ever met in his entire life. Like
He's calling her a butthole. How
that's
old
his
is he?
favorite word? He's 3. He's gonna be 4, but his favorite word is butthole. Like, butthole. Everything's butthole.
It's my favorite word. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Okay,
FaceTime his grandmother. I FaceTime his grandmother, and he's like, "Hi, butthole." I'm like, "It's your fucking grandmother. Like, stop." Like, We're not
Just
doing
that we're moved on from the 3 to 4.
I love him. He's the most amazing. His name is Jameson, but named after the whiskey, I will say. But you know, like I don't even know what to say. But he's the sweetest person ever. But he's got a mouth on him. And like last night at dinner, I'll just give you a quick story instead of a video. So last night at dinner, we do this like, what's your favorite part of the day? Everybody goes around and says it. And we have this daughter. We have a daughter who's 5 years old. And she's like an angel. Like literally we had her. She was the blessing of our life. Like, I mean, I met her father and like 5 days, 2 minutes later I was pregnant. I was like, oh my God. But it was like, it was meant to be. He owns the Saratoga City Tavern and the King's Tavern. He owns big bars down in Saratoga. So I was like, whatever, being me back a long time ago. And it all, went down like crazy town. And so we had this beautiful little girl and she was the most precious, perfect little thing. So we're like, oh my God, we still like each other. This fucking kid's perfect. Let's do it again. We'll do it again. Jameson. So then we had Jameson and he was like, whatever, crazy. But so last night at dinner, we're doing the whole like, who's, what's your favorite part of the day, blah, blah, blah. And the angel daughter, who's 5 years old, says her favorite part of the day. And it's some like gracious, like mom and dad, when they came and said good morning to me. And that was my favorite part of the day. And I love their faces and whatever. Jameson was like, oh, it's my favorite part of the day. He says something asinine, of course. And then we're like, okay, Vivian, which is our little baby she's a St. Patrick's Day baby. She was born in St. Patrick's Day, like weird as that is. But so we were like, Vivian, what's your favorite part of the day? And Jameson's like, says like from the other room, because he's the only one who won't stay at the table. He like goes to the other room. He like says from the other room, it was farting out of my butthole. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, and he like says it in like a squeaky little voice, like it was her. But I was like, oh my God, like everything is like, that's what, like, he's a boy. I don't know what to say. Like,
it sounds like he's being raised to be a Funk Evolution fan. I got to tell you.
He's definitely like, yes, he definitely is. But everything's butthole with him. I mean, hi butthole, good morning butthole. Like, I don't know where this word's coming from, but.
Joe.
Yo.
I heard that you did pedicures yesterday.
What?
We did. Oh, no, I didn't go that far. No, we did. You saw my picture.
Photo to prove it.
We didn't go to the full nail polish. We did that, and then we did a little foot rub and a little bit of removal. I don't even know anymore.
ACL.
Puzzles are key. We've been playing Monopoly. Cheaters Edition was fun, but we're over that. Yeah, that's me. That's in this room, my prison cell.
Joe, that's
Jeannie.
freaking awesome, man. That is so cute.
Yeah,
that's adorable.
Good dude.
Yeah, my kids are close too. They're 10 months apart, and they're 11 and 12.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's been wild.
That's a good word right there.
I guarantee, though, we're gonna miss this time with our kids. People be like, "Oh, I wish I was." Everyone's so upset now. They're like, "Oh, I wish I was with my kids again." It's just how it always. You look back, and I already see people.
Yeah. It is nice to slow down. I mean, we're playing board games that we never even opened. So,
us too.
Is like reading the instructions on how to play a game because I'm like, I don't know how to play that. We've had it for years and taking it out. Like, yeah. So it's definitely a ton of fun.
The weirdest thing is how addicted we are to our phones and all that. Now we're doing things that aren't on our phone. Like there's a trout. I go fishing across from my house. We used to go a lot, and we went like 4 days in a row. Usually there's no one back there. Now there's 50 people.
Where are you?
It's just everything in life is just so weird. Like, what's that?
Or where are you that you're fishing?
I live in West Wind Hills. It's Woods Hollow on Rollins Street by the airport.
Told everybody your address. Now we're all going to come to your house.
Yeah, come on over.
Joe,
That's why I asked. Like, we fish all the time.
Yeah, Woods Hollow. It's a little park on Rollins Street.
Oh, nice.
And it's funny. The more distant we are, the more people. Life's always like that. Just weird.
Sarah's got people making snowmen in her back.
Yeah, she's got
her right now.
That's snow in the
it looks like that.
People making snowmen in Sarah's yard.
You pass the Twin Bridges and it's like snowing. No. You know what's actually funny? I was just telling these guys before, Joey, like I was just telling them before we got on, like we're they put my boyfriend put cans, like garbage cans in like our yard. And like, we live in like a big development. So like the kids were like fishing and they were throwing the lines to get them in the garbage cans for aim. Because like just to fish a line, you know, like where you want it to go. So you're fishing for bass, like under a rock or under a tree or something like that. So they're fishing their lines and they're like trying to get them in the cans. And people are walking by in my development. Like, yeah, that's the video right there. Like they're fishing in my neighborhood, like into cans. Like, yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
I'm like, that's what we're doing here. But it's you know what it is? Like, we're the same thing. Like, we're doing board games, we're doing fishing. And now the kids are waking up every day and saying, Daddy, can we play the fishing game? Which is like, for him, he's excited because he's like, yeah, let's go the fishing game. But it's just like, you're right. There's people out there that you would never see out there. And everybody's just like, there's a ton of people in the neighborhood. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing in a way. I mean, obviously the coronavirus is not a good thing, but it's
right. But people being out in the neighborhood and being active and actually getting to meet your neighbors that maybe for the longest time.
Silver lining.
And I'm like a waver. I wave to everybody. And Jay's always like, why are you waving all the time? I'm like, I say hi to everybody. And they're finally like, and his like favorite game is when they don't wave back. And he's like, like
she's the crazy new person that
lives
in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, now people wave, so his little game isn't fun anymore because people are waving back, and I love it, you know. And like, he's like, we went for a walk we have a mailbox at the top of the street, so we went for a walk to the mailbox, and I introduced myself. The guy was in the middle of a story, and I was like, okay, well, see you later, and we walk away. And Jay's like, why do you do that? And I was like, what? He's like, well, you start a conversation and then you've had enough, so then you just keep walking and everybody looks at you like it's awkward. I'm like, well, I didn't want it to be this elaborate conversation. I just wanted to introduce myself. And then there was that weird awkward pause. And then I just start talking and then I can't stop. And now I'm further along in the conversation than I wanted to be. And now I got to leave. So it was definitely.
We bought our house. Jen helped us buy our latest house here. And, we had a housewarming party. The wife decided it was the best idea in the world to invite all of these strangers into our house, all these neighbors. And you know what? It was an awesome idea until like a week later when one of our neighbors that I just met and I hadn't like retained his face. I went to Stewart's and this guy says, "Hey Rocco, how you doing?" Like, holy shit, who is this? I had no idea and I had to run out the door when he wasn't looking. Because I had no idea who this guy was. And I got up in my car. I'm like, oh my God, that's the attorney that lives up the road. Holy crap. This is what happens. You got to be careful, man.
There's nothing worse, though, than when people know you and you're not sure how you know them. So you're trying to do the investigative conversation.
Right.
Where you're like, hey, like this is me. If I don't know you, I'm going to give you my telltale. If I don't know you, I'm going to give you love guns like this. Hey, you. Boop, boop, boop. Like that. If I do that, I don't know yet how I know you, but I know that I know you. I'm just not sure how. So like, hey, pal, you know.
You did that to me a few months ago, Jen.
I still don't know your name.
Yeah.
I can't figure out how I know you.
Yeah, no, I do it all the time. Like, and plus, it's like, I always run, like you said, I always run to people at Stewart's where I'm like, oh my God, like everybody's at Stewart's.
Yeah.
You don't know who you know, and they're out of contacts. You don't know how you know them. And
that's always me in my. It's like the worst time where it's like Jay's like, or the kids are like, we want ice cream. I'm like, okay, and it's like my hair is nasty. I'm in pajama pants, a sweatshirt. Maybe I'm not even wearing a bra, and someone's like, hey Jen, it's guaranteed. I'll see the whole town will be at that Stewart's. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Jen in her natural habitat.
Oh my God.
I lost Carol.
Oh God. Where are these people that are commenting, Jen? All these people are joining us here. Robert, and Melissa, and Brian.
I can't see them.
Yeah, I've been showing him. My dad is all about the White Claws, and he knows my drink of choice. That's my dad.
Really?
Yeah, I miss him.
Stoli possibly involved. He's saying, are you pouring Stoli in that White Claw?
Because I usually do. He knows me. I double up. But my dad, side note, my dad's in Virginia, and he has a heart condition, and he's very active now and loves golf, and he can't do that right now. And he works for the FAA, so he has opted to not work because of his heart condition, which I think is great that his job has opted to do that. Can you get? I'm frozen. Can you guys see?
I can see your mouth moving and everything. You're fine.
I feel fine.
Yeah, I see
I
it.
feel fine.
Oh,
Put the picture up though more.
hold on. Wait, I can't. I'm delayed.
I gotta head out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have dinner with the kids. Thanks for having me, Jen.
Joey,
All right, bye.
Bye.
salute.
Bye.
What? Where am I now? Can you see my face normal?
No, you're frozen. You're 100% frozen.
I know.
You would not believe what the Tiger King is doing to you.
Oh my God, Jen.
It's horrible.
Jen,
Girl Baskin.
delete the screen.
Is my boob hanging out? Can you see?
No.
Hold on. I'm coming. It's just
Okay.
you two for a minute. Hold on.
Sarah, this is awful.
This is awesome.
This is awful.
It's
Where my
not
wine is gone. I feel like I need more wine for this.
Can you pour me a glass here? Refill mine. Here you go.
Everybody's frozen on my side. I can't see anybody. Oh, hold
Carol
on.
Baskin.
I'm here with Rocco, just in case you were wondering.
Here we are.
I'm coming in hot. Hold on.
Here she is.
Oh, hold on.
Shit just got real, Sarah.
Hey.
Why you got so much snow?
I don't have any snow. I don't know why the fuck. It's my fucking street. Oh my God, we're still on Facebook, aren't we?
I'm coming in.
Who cares? Who cares?
Wait, who cares?
Welcome back. Yeah.
Hey, Jen's back.
I made it.
Jen, let me catch you up. Sarah
Yeah.
just dropped an F-bomb on Facebook.
Like 5 of them.
This is gonna get kicked off YouTube in a
I'm
minute.
sorry.
It's
You getting kicked off YouTube?
Thanks a lot. YouTube, we're out.
okay. We're going to have to go Venmo on this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We're the only ones that buy
My
myself
dad
one.
was saying that was during the craps wipeout is when there was definitely Stoli mixed in with White Claw. There
It's
was.
a pop.
That's my
Yeah.
dad.
Say.
Yeah.
So listen, I want to know everybody's opinion. I'm going to show the video of the sax battle, not sex, sax battle of Rocco and Justin. And I want to know what you think, who played it better. Now keep in mind, Rocco's here and Justin is not. So
That's his problem. That's his
He's
problem.
not here to defend himself.
He loses
yeah, he definitely
every time.
hold on. Can you guys see that or no?
Nope.
No. Okay. 1 second.
Man, I feel like your lighting is perfect.
Yeah. Thanks to Danny. I can't take credit for it.
If we were under coronavirus, I would have him over here.
Okay,
Danny did not.
you guys ready?
I can see it.
Let's do it.
All right, hold on.
Bukka wins.
Here we go.
Okay, that's me.
Uh-oh.
This isn't going well, Jen.
I know.
This doesn't look good for sweet Dijon Justin, who's trying to buy houses from you.
All right, here we go. Look at he's killing it. And the uncooperative child. Oh,
Oh, I got a high five. That's a win.
Yeah.
Guaranteed win.
yes. Are you inside a pool?
Yes, we're inside a pool, actually. Oh, if you ask, we are literally inside of a pool.
It looks like it's inside a shallow swimming pool.
This is in Cahos.
Of course, that's what it is then.
Figures, right? It sounds like it was recorded in Cahos.
Meanwhile, this kid's having a major temper tantrum over here.
Yeah. Or teacher or something. Like,
Right.
send your kid like that quickly.
Oh my God. Yeah. She just walked over the bridge from Lansingburg. Yeah.
Okay, Jen, this isn't working. All you need to know is the big guy won.
You won.
All you need to know.
You won.
What's it doing? I think
That's funny.
All right.
Rocco killed it. Here's what I want to know.
Every time.
Are you just freeballing it in that?
That's one way to say it. Yeah. Yeah. It's called improvising.
Yeah.
But
That's what I'm doing right now because my screen's frozen.
so you're asking if I was freeballing for sure. That's a typical Tuesday for me. But it's like,
Oh my
yeah, we were also improvising though.
Yeah. So because every time that I've seen you guys do that, it's
Oh,
a different. It's never the same.
That's right.
So
That's what we do. Sarah, have you seen the band before? Have you come out and partied with us?
You know,
Come on.
I feel like I saw you guys in Troy one time a while ago, but I haven't seen you up in Saratoga, honestly, since I've been up here. So I just moved up here like 7 years ago. So from New York, but I don't know that I've seen you, but we know, like, I know who you are. And I feel like I've seen you in Troy.
We have a lot of fun. Saratoga is kind of home base, obviously, all summer long.
Oh, it is? Where do you play in Saratoga?
We're at Dango's every Friday night, I believe, and then also at the Horseshoe. We're at the Horseshoe all the time.
Okay, those are my clients.
Gaffney's, the Horseshoe's your client.
You play Dan and Charlie.
Charlie's my man.
Charlie Horn.
And his amazing wife works with my sister out in Fonda.
Kelly, she's a teacher.
Kelly's amazing, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so those are my clients. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know them very well, actually. I know the Horseshoe. Did you ever play for Trackside Grill or no?
No, it's a little quaint for us. I have 8 people in the band, so it's really tough. We've got to really focus on the big places. But
have you ever played for us at King's?
At King's Tavern?
Yeah.
We haven't, but I've drank a lot of wine there and other stuff. Yeah.
Who do you know at King's? I'm just curious.
What do we what?
No, who do you know at King's? Who do you go see at King's, like for bartenders and stuff?
Oh, whoever happens to be there to fill my glass at the moment.
All right.
Yeah.
Just asking.
What do you mean by us? Do you own King's?
Yeah.
Jen, you didn't tell me this.
The Saratoga City Tavern too. It's a
I found this out like last week when she was giving out drink coupons when she lost.
I didn't know this.
Wait, Jen. Yeah. So I was wondering because my brother-in-law is behind the bar a lot. Jay, he's a big guy with red beard.
Irish. I think my wife is very familiar with some of the people at King's because she's from Glens Falls. And
Okay, so Jay's wife is from Glens Falls. They're actually about to have twins on the 15th.
Wow.
Twin babies. So it's exciting.
Well, welcome back, Jen Olmsted.
Someone just asking for my mug.
Yeah.
All right, so I think
that's funny.
This has been a great happy hour.
Yes,
and we're definitely Rocco. If we can,
Rocco, there's nothing in that bottle.
Or the other one.
First of all, I better get some more videos of you singing to the television later because that's my favorite.
Yeah, people love that. Yeah.
We have to figure out how to get your band on this show because people are requesting live music for our quarantine happy hour.
I thought Sarah was singing today.
Yeah. What do you want to sing?
I don't know.
Yes, Sarah, what do you want to sing?
I don't know, but I was like, what? It was so funny when Jen texted me. We were driving through town the other day, and I asked, and I was like, hey, do we know these guys? And he's like, yeah, we know these guys. I'm like, did they ever play for the City Tavern or the King's Tavern? He's like, no. He's like, but we've seen them. So I was like, oh, okay. Like
they're my favorite. I have to.
I just want to know, like, if you guys have ever played for City Tavern or King, so I would like have that relationship before I came online, to Jen's show.
Well, maybe there's a future for that. Look, we're doing business right now.
We're wheeling and dealing in different industries. I love her.
That's right. Right. People go and buy real estate. That's what this is all about, right? We gotta sell some real estate.
We do need to but you also need to go out and support your local bands as soon as you guys are up and running. I mean, personally, I look forward to my weekends and stopping in and seeing wherever you are and supporting our local restaurants, supporting our bands. Yeah. That's what it's about. As soon as we can get outside and get back, go to your restaurants, go to your bars, go support everybody.
The truth is that when the floodgates open, people are not going to want to sit at home.
No.
They want to go out and buy real estate. They're going to go out to King's Tavern. They're going to party with us. Yeah. Everybody is going to want to go out and have a good time and just celebrate being alive, Yeah. And that's what we're waiting for. We're looking forward to it. We're preparing for it, and everybody's going to be happy.
Yeah.
That's a great note to end on. And with that being said, Joe had to leave, but Joe, thank you for being on the show. Rocco, Sarah, again, I love having you on.
Thank you for having me. Your
Yes.
show is like the best show in the whole internet right now.
Oh, that's sweet. I think it's because I'm nuts.
Or true.
You never really know what's going to happen. Just a smidge of crazy. But thank you so much. Rocco, if you guys figure out how to go live or if we can have you back, let me know. We'll do some live
We'll do.
music. All right, guys? And thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week on Friday on Quarantine Happy Hour. We don't know what'll happen or what the background will be. So thank you. Thank you guys for coming on, and we'll see you next time.
So.
Bye, Jen. Thank you.